Hello, everyone, and welcome to the January 29th planning meeting for the Contributor Summit at KubeCon EU, which will take place in Paris. Please remember that this meeting abides by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct. Generally means please be nice and inclusive to everybody. If you have not taken the time to read the Code of Conduct, I would encourage you to do so. And then if everyone could add their names to the attendee list, that would also be fantastic. Kick things off with the lead updates today. There's not too much. I think what I've been working on largely overlaps with Brienne's update. Again, just been keeping in sync with her. So we did the survey for the attendee t-shirt art. Had an overwhelming winner and got that art over to CNCF, and their creative team was able to put the mock-up together and get the order placed. And then I know Arnaud had asked Brienne about potentially expanding the search radius for a celebration venue a little bit, because it seems like there hasn't been too much that they've been able to find close to the venue just because of where the venue is located. I think the preference is still to be able to walk to the venue, but we're looking at some other ideas. I'm not sure if CNCF has the budget to do shuttles, so we'll wait to hear more from Brienne there, but that's still kind of in flight. Arnaud, do you have anything to add?
No, I think yeah, we have to wait feedback from CNCF and Brian to basically make a call. I will talk to Brian about looking on location close to downtown. I just need to know the requirement for the location and see if I can find something this week.
Sounds good. And then the only other thing that I know will be mentioned in individual lead updates as well. We have until the end of this week to get in any requirements on the room planning sheet. So be aware of that. And again, that's probably going to be mentioned in Mario's update as well. But I want to just kind of hammer on that to make sure that we get that closed out this week. With that, we can move on to the CNCF update, which I largely touched on. Brienne's not able to make it today, but registration is live, which I know probably Ray will talk about as well. I talked about the venue, and then yeah, a reminder on the rooms and the SIG pins. With that, I will pass down to FICA with content.
Yeah, hello. So the content status is green. We have already received 7 CFPs though, but the shadows have already reached out to the Slack channels. And apart from this, the unconference issue is up. I'll just share the link in the docs over here. But there's no engagement there, so we'll need more ideas and votings. And I guess the unconference issue can also be put in a communication mail, perhaps, if Natalie says, and also we can get this out through Slack channels. I guess that's all from the content team.
Okay, I think yeah, it will probably help to send out to the Slack channels. And then yeah, we can. I think it makes sense to add it to the next communication too. Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We added it to the one with registrations, but again, stuff that kind of stuff can get kind of buried, but absolutely we can add another comms out.
Sounds good.
And also, is this like in general that we only receive 7 CFPs by the end of the the form getting closed? So it's like only 1 week, I believe, 1 or 2 weeks from since the deadline, and there are only like 7 CFPs. Last time we received around 26 of them.
We also extended the deadline last time to get more in. So I already suggest that we extend the deadline this time too, possibly.
Okay.
historically, at least half of our CFPs come in the last couple days.
And I
Yeah.
think we extended several times. Like, I think that's pretty normal. And I think, like, I don't know, I'm getting the impression that like travel funding is tight right now, and a lot of folks
Mhm.
still don't know. Mario? Mario.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there's also, can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm in the car today, so I won't talk too much. There's also my normal talk for the KubeCon is on the waiting list, and the waiting list notifications goes out on the 16th of February. So we still have people that are in kind of a limbos if they come or not.
Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe Bob mentioned dropping a note in the Chair and Tech Leads channel too. Maybe just in the Summit Slack channel, we can give a list of like other channels for the content team that they may not be aware of to put those CFP notices and information in.
Sounds good.
Is it possible to basically to extend the deadline and also do some kind of blast communication? Because I feel like that should be the one thing we should do. At least basically the conclusion we should basically get of this meeting, like try to extend the deadline for the CFP and have some kind of extend communication about this and have maybe a few reminder per week.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
I was about to say I'm concerned about how efficient blasting email only is. Like I think we kind of have to coordinate across like a few channels, right? Yeah.
Yeah, mostly let's use any way of communicate with the community so we can blast the CFP, because currently a lot of people still trying to figure out budget, like Sandra said, which might take some time for a lot of people. So we just need to remind her that, oh, CFP is open. Don't forget to submit what you want to talk about. Also, don't be shameless on going on meeting and say the CFP is open. I did a few basically shameless plug and got to CFP. So
Yeah, that's a good idea. All of us who like in our own SIGs, like just plugging the CFP. I like that a lot.
Yeah, okay, so we'll get that done. And now the shadows will join the weekly meetings in all these channels to just make this shameless plugin.
Oh, I was about to say we can
Mhm.
definitely don't feel like you folks have to do all the work. We can rely on the other like co-chairs and tech leads of the different SIGs as well to relay your message too. Especially because like a lot of the SIGs are at like SIG meetings are at like very horrible times for a lot of you. So yeah, like definitely help get some help from like the chairs and tech leads themselves so that you don't have to do all the work.
Oh, that would be great. Okay, so should we reach out to the chairs or the tech leads of those projects, or
we have basically there's a Slack channel for the SIG chair and
oh
TL drop.
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
definitely. Mhm.
Yeah, drop something there and we can try to take care from that. I will try to talk to the different people I know and see what's happening.
Okay, that's great. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
what I'd also do is possibly provide them like, here's the agenda item you can add to your meetings and give them the text, and then they're only copy and pasting it and then like saying it out loud so that they feel like it's not a lot of work on their end. I think that'll be helpful.
Mhm. Sounds great.
Yeah, Bob, check the Zoom chat. Bob gave us a great idea. Basically, go to SIG meetings notes and just say like, oh, CFP is open. Submit something. Those are public, so it should be easy.
Sweet. Do you want to just continue with your update, Natalie?
Yeah. So yeah, we sent out the registration opening email last week. Big thanks to Ray and team for getting all of that work up. And Brian as well for hustling to get that live too with the team. Tweets going out soon, and we'll start drafting another communication to focus only on CFPs. we'll drop that note for review in the Summit team channel as well. We can coordinate like to kind of do that maybe mid towards the end of this week. And also maybe again, like after the waiting list, like Mario mentioned, I've already missed the date that waiting list notification comes out. So if anyone knows that, then can let me know. I can make sure
February 16, I think Mario said.
February 16. Okay,
Mhm.
great, thanks.
Sweet. Don't see anything from Kaylin, but you know, it's still, we've still got time for the celebration. And I know she was ordering stuff last time we heard, so I think I'm not too worried about what's happening there. It always kind of comes together right at the end. And then I know, Mario, did you have anything else you wanted to share? I know you're driving, so don't feel like you have to.
Yeah, the only topic is I will ping Natalie this week for some wording for the volunteer call out. And as you already mentioned, we need to basically finalize room planning. But I think that we more or less agreed already on a room setup last week. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And the only open topic was which room to record, if we can record another room than the main track room. I think this needs to be decided and told to Brian.
Okay, sounds good. Do we I think if I remember right, we don't really need to record the unconference, like the breakout sessions, right? Maybe I can just open the sheet at the end and we can look at it again.
Maybe so we had said that we had one room we want to have with round tables. So I would not record this one.
Right.
But we said that we want the second or one of the two smaller rooms. We want also to have like a potential session room. And if I could choose, I would say we record the main track room and we record this other small room so that we have two recorded rooms. And then basically content has all of the possibilities to set to be recorded sessions into those two rooms.
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'll make sure that in the doc that we have it set up that way. I know we changed one of the rooms to rounds, but I'll make sure that the other two have the recording reflected correctly. Ray, registration.
So registration is live. The links are in the agenda. I just put the link for the staff registration in the Zoom chat here. It's also on the Slack channel, Summit staff. After 1 week, the report is only pulling in just the staff registrations, and the Linux Foundation's reg team is looking at why the general registrations are not being pulled in. After the first week, from as of Friday, we have 7 staff and 54 pending general registrations. So once we get those general registrations in, we could review them and approve or not approve them as they come in. So we're waiting for that poll to be fixed. That's it for registration. We should also look into one more thing. Is the comms team or should the reg team also ping Slack channels, or should we just use the email chain or the emails going out and tweet post about registration?
My opinion is if the reg team want to own that for reg, go for it. It could be a bit it's one of those things I've read about psychologically, that if you hear the same message from the same person, people will ignore it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, if they only are hearing from me in the Slack channels and so on, they might kind of get ignored. So I would say Ray, go for it on reg.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we'll make it clear, like if folks are attending in person in Paris to register if they want to attend.
Yeah, cool.
All right, that's it for me.
And I have one question. So I
Yep.
saw a email or Twitter thread about the cleanup of the org. So do we have to do the registration? Like if we approve people by the time that the cleanup is done, do we have to go back and see if those folks we have approved are still in the org or not?
I honestly wouldn't worry too much about it.
Okay.
The people on that list have generally had zero activity for 18 months.
All right. Thank you. Sorry. I have this coughing fit whenever I talk. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hope it's not too bad. All right, Kaslin.
I also see that Arno's hand is up. Okay, it's gone. Hello, welcome to KCSEU with Kaslin. I did request, I also want to add that note. Last meeting, I did request that we change the name to Kubernetes Meet and Greet. I will ping Brienne in a moment just to make sure that she had that. We confirmed with her last time that we wanted to go ahead and do that. So I think she already had it on her list, but I'll double check. I also mentioned last week that I wanted to ping Laura for some emeritus advisor advice on room requirements. Brienne already has a room picked out for us, and it sounds like it checks all of the boxes as far as I know, but I'm just making sure that I'm not missing any boxes. Haven't gotten a response on that yet. And the next thing that is big for us is just making the issue for SIG participation and then working with SIGs to make sure that folks are represented. So we'll try to make the issue for SIG participation this week. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Sounds good. Arno, you want to talk about swag?
Yeah, the only other update, I didn't get an update from the vendor. They're supposed to, I talked to them on the phone this morning, so I will get some, I think a draft invoice tomorrow or Wednesday. So I just asked them to basically prepare something for 30 barrettes. I will see what's happening. I think we are on the budget, but yeah, crossing fingers.
Sounds good. And you wanna close us out with the anything else?
Yeah, so just a reminder for Shadows, basically there's the second meetings on Tuesday, so tomorrow 1 p.m. CST for people felt like this is too late for them to attend. We can talk about other stuff. My second point is like I would like to basically for all the leads to check with the shadow attendance to the event, because now CRP is open. That's gonna help with finalize the order for the swag for the parade. And that's it for me.
Sounds good. Do we have any other topics before I end the recording?
I do have something.
Oh, yes.
I don't think you made it on yet. Oh, there you are, Frederico. Did you say things? I got distracted.
No, I didn't say anything, but well, I should. Not necessarily during the recording, though. I don't think it will help that much.
Well, we had mentioned. Okay, all right. Do you want to talk about it after the recording? We do that.
It's the same. I mean, I've got notified a friend notifier from Kaislin to join, because unfortunately I didn't have any of these meetings in my calendar, and I was sort of waiting for them to appear. So that's why I dropped off the meetings for the last weeks. So with that out of the way, I would actually I will pick up some of the agenda and look specifically with Marcus and others where can I be of assistance here. But if there's something already there that I should sink my teeth in, I'm here for that.
Federico had mentioned interest in helping Mario with the Day of Ops leadership. He's led one before.
Awesome. Yeah, we can I can add you to the list on the issue for Emeritus Advisor for Day of Ops, and then if you'll be in Paris, then yeah, great. We'll have extra help.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm still waiting for confirmation this week, but chances are good that I'm going to be there. So thank you for that.
Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna end the recording now.